Former President Thabo Mbeki is taking the ANC's campaign trail to Tshwane today. Mbeki will lead a walkabout in Soshanguve to garner support for the governing party ahead of the May 29 elections. The former president embarked on the campaign trail for the ANC for the first time in this year's polls in Soweto last week. He's urging South Africans to again place their trust in the party. The former president also made a personal pledge that he was going to be part of the solution and is going to be in the room as the ANC tries to solve its internal problems. Former ANC Deputy President Kgalema Motlanthe is also on the campaign trail, this time in Soweto. Newzroom Afrika's politics contributing editor Vuyo Mvoka joins me live now from there. Vuyo, good morning to you, and thank you so much for getting your comfy shoes on and hitting the campaign trail along with some of those stalwarts of the ANC. And this comes at a very important time in their history where they need to bring out all of their big guns. What's expected?
Well, Kgalema Motlanthe, Iman, the ANC's former Deputy President, former Secretary General, will be campaigning for the party for the very first time. Today, he is expected to arrive here at this ANC constituency office anytime from now. And from what I've been told, he will be briefed first by the local and regional leadership of the party before, of course, they hit the road going, doing door-to-door visiting some of the business establishment here in Diepkloof Zone 1. But to tell us a little bit more about what they hope to do and, of course, achieve is a member of the National Executive Committee of the ANC, one of their strategists, and that's Dakota Legoete. Mr. Legoete, good morning. Thanks very much for your time. Briefing first when the former Deputy President arrives, and then what?
Immediately after that, we will go for a door-to-door around Diepkloof and parts of Soweto. After that, we will have a lunch with some of our comrades in one of the local restaurants as our effort to support local business. But immediately after that, you will get an opportunity also to do further door-to-door. That's what we are simply coming to do. You would know, Kgalema Motlanthe, just like we introduced President Mbeki last week, it's Kgalema Motlanthe this week. Next week, we're introducing 3 other former presidents, Comrade Baleka Mbete, Comrade Mlambo Nguka, and Comrade Mabuza, as part of our campaign. You know, all decks are out to get the ANC out of power. You know, in terms of the book by Memoirs of an Apartheid by Neil Barnett, ANC was supposed to be in power only for 20 years. Now it's going for 30 years, likely to be 35. So there's fatigue from some from capital and those who supported the regime, that this ANC is still there. They are funding smaller parties. Their foundations are funding everybody opposed to the ANC just to get rid of the ANC. Now, as the ANC, we can see the opposition and the opponents are advancing. We should close ranks, forget all our differences, and focus on the campaign. And that's why we are bringing some of our stalwarts, some of our giants, former leaders and everybody as a response, because the ANC is under siege.
Of course, 30 years going down, support going down, factionalism and all the other issues you know about. Why Diepkloof and why Zone 1?
You know, Diepkloof Zone 1 is one of the earliest communities of what constituted later to be known as Southwestern Townships. And on issues you have mentioned of factionalism and all the problems, we admit them, but we are saying the opponents are advancing, we need to close rank, and that is not my message. It's a message we're taught by even our late President Oliver Tambo, that when the enemy advances, we must close rank. So we must forget even about factionalism, bury those things, bury any conference mode. Let's focus on the campaign to deliver the ANC victory come the 29th of May.
Okay, let's leave it there for now. Dakota Legoete, a member of the National Executive Committee of the ANC, Iman. Of course, I mean, this is a man who knows the ANC very well. He is the former Secretary General of the ANC, Kgalema Motlanthe, and that's where the ANC meets the person who usually knows the ANC in and out. That's the person who actually runs the ANC. whether, of course, his presence here today and in the next coming days and weeks, together with that of Thabo Mbeki, together with that of Matthew Posa, who will be hitting Mpumalanga tomorrow, together with those others that Dakota Legoete mentioned, your Baleka Mbetes, your Ms. Nukas and others, will indeed make the difference. In other words, rally people behind the ANC at a time when it needs each and every vote it can possibly muster. That, of course, remains to be seen. We will be following Kgalema Motlanthe over the next couple of hours, and we'll be bringing you all of that live from Diepkloof Zone 1. For now, it's back to you in studio.
Thanks for that window into what's happening in terms of these campaign activities where you are, Vuyo. We appreciate that. And as Vuyo says, we'll continue to cross live there throughout the course of the day.